Hello, children. I hope all of you are keeping well. Today we will be doing chapter 14 British period in India. In this chapter, we will be learning about the Britishers, how they came to India, and how they slowly took over. They captured India and they started ruling. And we will be also knowing about the freedom fighters who fought for our country and the reformers. So let us start. The discovery of the sea route to India via the Cape of Good Hope by Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama in 1498 opened up new doors for merchants and traders in India and Europe. Now, children, underline this place. The discovery of the sea route to India was by Cape of Good Hope, which was done by Vasco da Gama in 1498. But he was a Portuguese. Okay. Trade between India and the European countries like Netherlands, France, and Great Britain flourished, and each country established their trading companies in India. In 1600 CE, that CE is Common Era, we had read in the earlier chapter, the British established their company called the East India Company. So we will underline this. As trade flourished, rivalry broke out between these trading companies, and each was looking to gain more profit and control the trade. The British emerged victorious and went to control most of the trade in India and finally established a colonial empire in the Indian subcontinent. Now, children, over here it says that when East India Company came in, then there was a rivalry between lot of other companies. And slowly they started taking over. The British started controlling and taking away the more of the profit. And they were victorious in doing that. The Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar. These are very two important battles which had taken place, children. Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. Do keep in mind and always remember the name. The British first arrived in Surat in Gujarat and started trading clothes and spices. Gradually, they established trading centers in Bombay, now Mumbai, and Madras, now Chennai, and got permission from the Mughal rulers to conduct trade in Bengal too. Now the Mughals had given them the permission to rule in Bengal. But the Nawab of Bengal, Sirajuddaulah, he did not agree with it. And so he had asked the Britishers to move away from Bengal. But the Britishers, they did not listen to him and they fought against him. So let us read. Since no permission was taken from Sirajuddaulah, then Nawab of Bengal, the Battle of Plassey took place in 1757 between the Nawab's army and the British. Now, children, we will underline from here. Where all they got permission and why the Battle of Plassey took place was no permission was taken from Sirajuddaulah, then the Nawab of Bengal. And when did it take place? It took place in 1757. The British were able to consolidate themselves in Bengal by removing Sirajuddaula and making Mir Zafar a puppet of British, the Nawab. Now children, Mir Zafar was the army general of Sirajuddaula who betrayed the Nawab Sirajuddaula, and he was working for the British, but the Nawab did not know about it and he betrayed. He was a traitor, and the British had given him in the bargain that they will make him the Nawab, and if they could remove Sirajuddaula. So he betrayed Sirajuddaula to become the Nawab, and now he had become a puppet. Okay? Discontent with the misuse of power by the British, the combined armies of Nawabs of Bengal and Awadh, and the Mughal Emperor faced the British forces in 1764 at the Battle of Buxar. Now, why Battle of Buxar took place? Because of the misuse of power by the British, and they were not contented, means they were not satisfied or happy. Okay, so who all took place, who took part in it, in the battle? It was the Nawabs of Bengal and Awadh, and also the Mughal emperor. The British won and gained the right to collect revenue in Bengal. This laid the foundation of British rule in India. Now, since they won the battle of Buxar and as well as battle of Plassey, they thought of invading India slowly and capturing all of India. Okay, and their rule started over India since then. Robert Clive was a British military officer who led the British army at the Battle of Plassey. Okay, children, you can underline this. Robert Clive, who was a military officer who led the British army at the Battle of Plassey. Okay. So it was Robert Clive and Nawab Sirajuddaula who had a fight. Okay. Discontent against British rule. As soon as East India Company gained control over India, they started exploiting the people. They forced farmers to grow cash crops like indigo and cotton in place of food crops. They bought these crops at really low prices and sent them to be used as raw materials in British factories. Indians were not permitted to open mills and factories and were forced to buy the British made goods. Okay, children, let us go back to the earlier page. Now, the question over here is, how were the British or the East India Company exploiting the people? The answer is they forced the farmers to grow cash crops like indigo and cotton in place of food crops. They bought these crops at really low prices and sent them to be used as raw materials in British factories. And Indians were not permitted to open mills or factories and were forced to buy the British made goods. The British made goods. Okay. so you will underline. As a result, Indian weavers and craftsmen were unable to sell their handicrafts. The British made huge profits while Indian farmers made little or no profit at all. As the British gained control over India, they began to tax the people heavily and enacted laws to wield greater control. Thus, discontent began to grow among the people of India. Now, children, people started becoming dissatisfied with the rule of British. The revolt of 1857. As a result of their growing discontent, the people of India decided to revolt against the British. This rebellion is called the Revolt of 1857. Now, children, this revolt is also known as the First War of Independence. It is also known as the Sepoy Mutiny. And why was this revolt caused? Because of the discontent of the people of India. That's why they decided to revolt against the British. Okay. The revolt was started by the Indian soldier, also known as Sepoys. The soldiers were also known as Sepoy. That's why it was known as the Sepoy Mutiny. Serving the British Army at Meerut. The Indian leaders took part in the revolt where Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi, Nana Sahib and Tatya Tope in Kanpur, Begum Hazrat Mahal in Awadh, Maulavi Mahadullah Rao Tularam and Kunwar Singh. Within a year, the British succeeded in crushing the revolt. Now, children, you must underline this. Who all were in this revolt? Okay. The revolt brought about several changes. The British government took control over the administration of the country, bringing the rule of East India Company to an end. Queen Victoria became the Empress of India, and she appointed a viceroy to rule over India on her behalf. Now, children, when this revolt took place, the British withdrew the name East India Company. That came to an end of that name, and they made it a British rule. Okay, and Queen Victoria had become the empress, and on behalf of her, a viceroy was appointed to rule over India. Now, why did the Sepoy Mutiny take place, children, or the revolt of 1857? Because the British had launched one rifle known as the Enfield rifle, where the bullets were made out of the fat and the skin of the cow and pig. And Indian soldiers had refused to put it in their mouth, as they had to chew the bullet and then insert it inside the gun. So they had refused to do this, and that is why this revolt took place. Okay. The spread of new ideas and social reforms. Okay, children, this paragraph is important, so you can write IMP, that stands for important. The educated Indians worked towards social reforms. Reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Maharishi Devnath Tagore and Dayanand Saraswati all raised their voice against various social evils like child marriage, caste system, female infanticide, and sati. They also encouraged education for women and were in favor of widow remarriage. Indian National Congress. The people understood that the British were not interested in developing the nation but in accumulating riches for themselves. In 1885, A.O. Hume founded the Indian National Congress. The short form is INC. So you can also underline this line. When was the National Congress formed? In 1885. And A.O. Hume. A.O. stands for Alan Octavian. Okay. It is aimed at involving the educated Indians in the country's administration. Dadabhai Naroji, Badruddin Tayabji, Firoz Shah Mehta, Surendranath Banerjee and Gopal Krishna Gokhale were some prominent members of INC. Okay children, so we come to an end of this chapter. So let us sum up. Okay, in 1498, the sea route was discovered to India. Okay, the Britishers came in 1600 BC. Okay. Not BC, but it is in 1600 CE, Common Era, where they established their company that known as the East India Company. Then the Battle of Plassey took place as the permission was not taken from the Nawab Sirajuddaulah, which took place in 1757. Then the British took control over Bengal after that battle. Then in 1764, Battle of Buxar took place because of the discontent of the people. And who all participated? The Nawab of Bengal and Awadh, and also the Mughal Emperor. British foundation was laid in India during that British rule started, foundation of British rule in India. Then what happened was in 1857 the first revolt took place. Why? Because the discontent against the British people feel they were exploited. Then after the revolt, the social reforms, and in 1885 the National Congress was formed. So thank you children, take care, be safe and bye.